What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and this is the Chaos Byrnndi World Coliseum. Stage number 1, or chapter 1, is gonna be the Funk Brothers. We're going to use a Hancock Dex Hawk team. Funk Brothers team is actually pretty easy to beat with this stage. What's important to remember though is that whenever you beat the Funk Brothers, they will revive and they will disappear units around the one that killed them. So what I'm gonna do is, you can use Golden Pound Usopp, and while I'm looking for better orbs, so I can use my Doflamingo and all my other damage boosting units on here, I'm just gonna slowly weaken everyone around here because I want to kill everybody on my main attack turn, and then use my Hancock to do a lot of damage to the Funk Brothers. So the more damage you can do, you try to do one big burst. And whatever you do on this team, for example, I do not want to use my last hit on the Funk Brothers with either my Dex Hawk or my Doflamingo, because if I do it with one of those characters, my Hancock will disappear. So I got 4 matching orbs. That's pretty good. Sabo Special will kill one of them. Shiki also boosts the damage of my Slasher and Driven characters. I'm sorry, of my Driven characters. And Sabo's super good. Sabo is always the best. A bit of attacking wrong there. And ideally, you want to attack with Hancock and then get the final hit on the Shiki. And since Shiki is our last hit, disappears the characters around him, we still have 1 turn of Sabo Special up. And Sabo Special will help us kill the Funk Brothers, no problemo. So be very careful with who you get a last hit on the Funk Brothers on. Chapter 2 is gonna be Strong World Franky, the new Strong World Franky, if that matters at all. Strong World Franky has 4,200,000 health. He will preemptively shuffle all your orbs into random orbs, but he can also give you bomb orbs and block orbs. You can see here I got 1 block orb and 2 bomb orbs. We're going to be using a Enel Marco team. You can use a double Enel team if you like. As with many Enel teams, the Whitebeard ship is very nice to have, but it's not necessary to have the Whitebeard ship. With the Whitebeard ship, it just gives me more freedom to take more hits from Franky before I have to actually start the burst. We're going to use Mihawk right away because he doesn't do really anything based on how much health he has. Every 3 turns, he is going to attack for 15,700 damage. And we're just gonna wait a couple turns for his defense boost to go away, because he has a 190,000 defense boost for 3 turns, making it very hard to actually burst him on those first 3 turns. And you cannot delay him for those first 10 turns either. And every 2 turns, Franky will shuffle all your orbs once again, just like his preemptive attack, and give you either a regular orb or a bomb and bother orb, just exactly like his preemptive attack. And besides that, we are going to get his health low. You can bring a Doflamingo here instead of the Kuma. The reason we're bringing Kuma is because if he gives us those block or bomb orbs, then Kuma will make those into matching orbs, which of course is very nice. Colosseum Vista is completely replaceable, and so is the Kizaru. Both of those characters are really there just to try to give me some more blue orbs and for a little bit of extra damage with Kizaru's special. Now here, after I take a first hit from Franky, my Marco's special, or my Marco's captain ability, will be off for many turns. Like, Marco right now basically does not have a captain ability. I only will have my Enel. So I'm going to be looking for good orbs, just trying to get as many quick orbs as I can, while still doing a little bit of damage to Franky, just slowly chipping at him. And then whenever the time comes, we'll use Enel special first, and then we'll use Marco's special to heal back up to full. That will have Marco's captain ability on and Enel's captain ability on, giving us lots of bursts, 2 times attack with Enel, 1.75 times orb boost with Kuma. Or you can do it the other way around, and you can use Marco's special after Enel's to give you 1.5 times orb boost for 2 turns. That is up to you, whichever one feels like you do more damage with. So he's now about half health. I get a nice set of orbs here. I can get 3 matching orbs with using just my Kizaru special. There we go. Kizaru special gives me 3 matching orbs. We have Kuma boost, Enel to give us 2 times quick damage and a little bit of damage too. And Marco special healing us back to full. That'll be a nice, easy kill after that. Lots and lots of damage. Remember, it's just 4.2 million health. 4.2 million health really is not that much in the grand scheme of things that could have lots of health. And goodbye, Strong World Franky. Chapter 3 is gonna be King Do. King Do has 8 million health, and whenever I say 4.2 million health isn't a lot, then we get things like King Do, and that's when all the fun starts to happen. King Do will progressively hit us for larger and larger amounts based on how much health he has. You can see that whole table of how much health he has over there, how much damage he'll do over there on the right side. And every few turns, he will blind us for 2 turns. Which isn't that much of a problem if you're pretty used to your characters, but you're not used to your characters. It can be a very, very big pain. Now, the order that I'm using my specials in are trying to get as many turns off on King Yu as I can before he starts hitting for too hard and I can't start reducing that damage. So I'm just trying to hit him as hard as I can. Still have not used my Fujitora specials, Duval special here, so that way we can reduce damage by 50%, and the Fujitora special, aiming to leave him right above 30%, because if we leave him above 30%, I will take 25,000 damage, which I do believe I take 25,000 damage here. King Do, how hard do you hit me for? Boom, to 25,000, thanks to Duval keeping us alive. He can stall him, so we'll go upon Usopp at this point. You could always try to use Go upon Usopp early, but I'm not quite sure exactly how much I can stall him for. And remember that Fujitora is just like Strongworld Ace, in that the amount of damage you do is much, much higher if you have a matching orb on a character. So that's why I saved the Pika, so I can at least try to get a matching orb or 2 out of Pika's special, and not including his percent health cut. And at this point, Fujitora's special is still going off, so at the end of every turn, we are going to cut his current health by another 20%, which is very, very nice. Lots of damage. You can see that special just did another 200,000 damage just then. And we'll save our Colosseum Moria special for the very last turn, because Colosseum Moria special is 300 damage exactly, which is a quite nice bit of burst there. And there we go. Boss King Do is down. Piece of cake. Don't even need to worry about it. With Boss King Do, you gotta be careful. Well, it's not that you gotta be careful. It's actually, if you do not damage him enough to push him past one of his breakpoints, for example, if you only attack him with your regular attacks early on, he'll use his special attack, and then he'll go back to attacking with his regular amounts of damage. So now we're on stage 4 Hancock. Stage 4 Hancock, she will preemptively lock one of your bottom rows. You can see I just reset the game there to try to change who she locks. As long as you reset before your turn happens, just like for Raid Boss Hancock, you can change how the random works, and she will lock one other person. So here we got her to lock the bottom right hand character. She'll also give you guaranteed badly matching orbs, so a killer here or anyone else who nicely manipulates orbs will give us all the right ones. Killers also have a small percent health cut. Doesn't really matter which order I do it in, if I do Killer or Mihawk, it's all good. And then Sabo goes last to get that extra bit of random damage on everybody. Doflamingo giving us that beautiful orb boost. Yes? Come on, Zeenigami, use it. Use your specials. Thanks. And then here we're going to manually attack the one in the back because that one didn't quite die to my special attacks. If you have the 1000 Sunny here, the 1000 Sunny would kill everyone else around Hancock using the amount of damage that I did just now. Hancock does manage to survive, just barely, but with Sabo's special we'll easily take her out. and a few of the guys around, or girls around her actually. All these girls are from the Amazon Lily Fortnite Island. They do the same things that they do on the Amazon Lily Fortnite Island. For example, you can see one of the girls just despaired my captain, another one just paralyzed my Golden Pound Usopp. It's all exactly the same things they do on the Amazon Lily Island, so be very careful if you leave any of the girls alive. It can be quite bad for you. But there you go. Hancock is down, and so are the rest of them. Chapter 5 is Byrnndi World. Chapter 5, Byrnndi World. Oh my gosh, guys, are you ready for boss fights? Because Byrnndi World is 5 boss fights in a row. We're going to be using a Corazon Pell team, which is totally a free-to-play team. If you do not have a Pell, you can always use a Corazon Laboon team. You can use Corazon and Streamwolf, Zoro, Strong World, Sanji, whatever zombie team you like. This is just an example of a zombie team that works. Sebastian does not have too many hit points, but he attacks every 2 turns for 7,000 damage. Easy to heal off with Corazon, even if you weren't using a zombie friend cap or zombie captain plus Corazon. And here we're just gonna slowly chip away at his health while getting all of our specials ready. Whenever Sebastian dies, he will cut your current health by 70% and paralyze all the units of the same type of the one that landed a killing blow on him for 3 turns. So as soon as we get to Nighton, we're going to use our Golden Pound Usopp to stall Nighton, because we are probably going to have a lot of our units paralyzed, which makes it very hard to do any damage at all. Fast forwarding through, just slowly chipping away at Nighton, because Nighton doesn't really do anything bad to the zombie team. Nighton will attack every turn for just 4,000 damage, which makes it very easy to heal back up, even with just regular attacks. At this point, just having a Corazon friend captain and anybody in your team, very, very easy to do. It doesn't matter what you have. Don't really need to use any specials except for Golden Pound Usopp at that stage. Any other specials you use is just to speed it up. Chapter 3 is Gyram once again, Golden Pound Usopp, very, very good. And we're actually going to just go straight through Gyram, because we're going to stall once again on Hancock until we have all of our specials ready. Gyram will preemptively swap your captain for your one of your bottom row units, a random bottom row unit, for 2 turns. And goodbye. Gyram Hancock on Chapter 4 only has 1.6 million health here. She will preemptively once again give you badly matching orbs, lock a random bottom row unit, and lock your chain to 2 times just as before. And here we're going to do a lot of stalling on Hancock. Before we actually get our 6th character back, it can be a little scary to heal back up from Hancock, because she does attack for 4,000 damage or so. Actually didn't put her actual her regular attack damage on here. My bad. She normally attacks for 4,900 damage, and then every 4 turns she'll 4,816 damage. Every 4 turns she will boost her attack for 2 turns, which means she'll attack for 9,700 damage. But thanks to Pell Captain, we will survive as long as we heal up past 30% of our health. No reason for me to use Golden Pound Usopp here. It's just the last time I get to use them, so I might as well use it. We have all our specials up and ready to go, so that we were ready for Boss Byrnndi World. Boss Byrnndi World, just like King Do, will start attacking stronger and stronger every single turn. But unlike King Do, Byrnndi World will attack for larger and larger amounts, no matter what. So he'll, for every single turn, he'll boost his attack by 25%. So he'll first attack for 4,100, then 5,100, then 6,200, 7,200, blah, 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 blah. You'll see the chart on the right side there. Below 30%, he'll attack for 15,000 damage. Now, this is a difference if you're using a Corazon Pell team or a Corazon Streamwolf Zoro team. If you have a Streamwolf Zoro or a Strong World Sanji captain as your zombie captain, you cannot take that 15,000 damage hit because you will die. So if you're using a Streamwolf Zoro or Strong World Sanji, make sure once you get close to 30% that you use your Sabo, you use your Mihawk, you use all your specials and kill him as quickly as possible. There I use my Sabo special, got his lots of damage off. And then here we'll use Mihawk once again, and then after that, another Sabo special to kill off the Byrnndi World. Overall, with a Pell team, as long as you can heal up past your 30% health, there is not too many mechanics on this island that can actually kill you. Sabo actually, the Pell and Colosseum team actually works really, really well for this Colosseum stage. But what does Byrnndi World do? Byrnndi World is a int-driven shooter character. He has a max attack of 1,480 health. Yogurt. His captain ability boosts the attack of shooters by up to 3.25 times as long as you kill something every single turn. So he's just like 6-star Aokuji's captain ability, where as long as you kill something every single turn, then his attack will start to get higher and higher and higher. But if you don't kill something for a turn, his attack drops straight back down to nothing. So a bit of a gimmicky captain, and not one that you'll probably actually see used as captain. But his special ability has 3 stages. His special ability at Stage 1 does 20% attack to shooters, does a little bit of damage, and reduces your health by half. Stage 2 reduces your health by half. All 3 stages reduce your health by half. But Stage 2 boosts your attack by 1.5 times for shooters, and Stage 3 doubles the attack of shooters for 1 turn. So, at Stage 3, a bit of a long stall. It maxes at 18 turns, but a 2 turns attack boost for a shooter. So he is a alternate character instead of Zephyr for those shooter teams. Guys, I am Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. Colosseum stages are very difficult, so do not feel bad if you cannot beat it.